Hello, hello. Welcome back to my space. I hope you are doing well. Before we begin, I opened some kind of option that YouTube gave me to create a space for you guys where you can post, comment, share, all of this. I made a post to explain how you can access that, but mainly instead of just being able to comment under my videos in the comment section, there is now a section where it's like a community where before the community tab was just I could make post, and I if I understand well, now you can also make posts, right? So it allows the community to communicate one with another, and it doesn't have to be under my videos. So anyway, this being said, let's get into a reading. I think that usually I'm using this deck only in one direction, but I have shuffled it in both. So let's see how the cards are coming out, and I will feel what I need to do, right? So let's see. Let's take 5 cards, 6 cards. A new perspective. I like that. I like that. Tell me. Separation. Okay. Wait, I'll put those cards a little bit far one from another because they are big. Okay, the separation is a 37, which is a 10, which is a 1. Spiritual path. It came in reverse. Should I put it in reverse? No, I don't think that I should put it in reverse. Okay. It's an 11. You might have inspired somebody in a spiritual path. It might be, accountability. I like that. I like that. Okay. Malicious intent. Okay. This is in the path shift, in the change. So listen, what it seems to me here is that somebody now is seeing things through a different lens, a different light, with the new perspective here. It is a card number 9. The 9 is the Hermit. So somebody might have taken the time to step back, observe, think, and they might have gotten some kind of illumination here. The separation here, I don't know if it means that you took distance from them and then there was this moment of reflection, right? And they realized something here. Or if now that they are into this spiritual path, they separated themselves from other people. We will get more information about it with the tarot. We have accountability here, which is beautiful. And this is in the foundation and the stability. So it kind of feels that somebody here understands now that they have acted in ways that were not okay, and they are ready to take some kind of accountability. It's an important card because it's a number 22, which is a 4, and we are in the 4th place. So it kind of feels that somebody here might have lived a life that was kind of toxic, karmic, unstable, no direction. I see the star card in reverse. But it kind of feels here, the whole energy that I'm getting, it is that somebody is now, we might be speaking about someone who might have been very stressed out before. They might even have been depressed a little bit, overthinking. And I kind of feel that they might have felt that this is how it is, that's it, that's all, this is who I am, I have to accept myself how I am. And I kind of feel that now they might have understood something about a lack of stability that was in their life that created this instability, this emotional, mental health instability. It kind of feels that they might have seen some kind of malicious intent coming from someone. So maybe they might have an environment that was unstable, creating instability inside of them. We might be talking about a black sheep. We might be talking about yes, somebody that were navigating with people that were not operating from a healthy place. And I kind of feel that they might have been swayed into this way of living. I'm saying that also because the malicious intent here, it is a 13, right? So it is a 4. So I'm connecting it to the other card 4 that we have here, which is the accountability. So it kind of feels here that there is some kind of awakening regarding their own behavior. With the spiritual path here, I truly feel that somebody might be getting into some kind of spiritual awakening. Yeah, under the deck we have here the collaboration. Yeah, so I truly feel here that we are talking about someone that you have inspired, maybe because I need more information, right? But maybe because you took distance, right? And we might be talking about both. We might be talking about you taking distance, creating this space for them to question themselves. And then maybe now they might separate themselves. With the malicious intent also, it might be that they had some kind of malicious intent towards you, maybe because they were operating not from their soul, but from their ego, right? And they are ready to take some kind of accountability here. So, this being said, let's get a little bit deeper into all of this. I feel like using this deck. So let's take it. Just a reminder, this is a collective reading, which means that it is a group reading, which means that it might be for you, it might be partly for you, and it might not be for you. So please, take what resonates, leave the rest. Don't take on yourself a story that is not yours. You are already supposed to know who I might be talking about. If I'm talking about masculines or feminines, I'm not especially talking about the gender. I'm talking about the energy from where someone is operating. So please apply it however it applies to your life, the people in your life, in your situations. And this reading can be past, present, or future. While I was saying all of that, I was also attracted to the moon. The moon here in this card. So I kind of feel that somebody might have been acting from their darkness, as I said before, but it kind of feels that they might not have even realized it, right? And I kind of feel there is here the moon and the sun, which is very, very interesting, right? So I kind of feel that now they might realize that they were acting from their own shadows, being very reactive. 1 second, please. I need to drink a little bit of water. Okay. So, let's get a little bit more information about all of this. Let's see, the new perspective. Tell me. The new perspective. the Three of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups. Yeah, it kind of feels that this new perspective is coming from observing you. So you might have taken distance from this person, but this person hasn't released you. So I kind of feel that they might have been observing you in silence, right? We have the Three of Pentacles working together, right? And then the Eight of Cups in reverse. This is not letting go, right? So I truly feel here that while you might have taken distance from this person, we might still be talking about yeah, no, with the Eight of Cups here in reverse, yeah, it is somebody that hasn't released of you. They haven't released. So while you might have released, right, they were still but with the Three of Pentacles, we are talking about working with you, right? So they were observing you, but it was coming from a place of being inspired by you. 1 second, I'm checking that you can see all the cards. Kind of. I will take it a little bit further. Yeah, okay. So let's see. Anything else here about this new perspective? The Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, they were acting before without thinking, without direction, being sloppy, you know? I kind of truly feel somebody who didn't have a direction in their life, right? And so they might have been very hurt. They didn't even think to go to a therapist, make the healing work, taking care of themselves. We might be talking about someone, for example, who has totally numbed themselves because whatever they went through in life that was painful, they didn't. I kind of feel that they didn't even perceive the option of healing, right? And I kind of feel here that you have been an inspiration for them. It's interesting, we have twice the eights. And the eight, it is talking also about what goes around comes around. It's the infinite. And I kind of feel that this person might have felt very, very restrained. But it's restrained by their own fears, their shame, their ego. Might be talking about someone who was bullied before in the past, right? And so in order to protect themselves, they might have become somehow the bully. I don't know why, but this is kind of what I feel. I kind of feel that you might have felt like lack of respect or something like that, and you have decided to take distance. Yeah, this is what I feel here. But listen, the new perspective here, being a card number 9, the 9, it is the ending of a cycle. So it's ending a cycle on a positive note, because you are ending the cycle with some kind of aha moment of change that you will bring into a new cycle. Okay. Let's see here regarding the separation. What can we learn about the separation? Yeah, the King of Cups. Yeah, you the Emperor in reverse. Listen, yeah. So first of all, the separation here, it's a 37, which is a 1, right? This created some kind of new beginning for this person. There was something here about you stepping back. We are talking about you stepping back, right? You have cut this person off. because you could observe things that were not okay. This person might have tried to control you in some kind of way. Um, yeah, it's the kind of person that will tell you that expects you to give you their trust when they are not doing anything for you to trust them, right? We are here about talking about a karmic masculine, right? And it can still, we might still be talking about a woman, but they are in their karmic masculine energy. So being very, very controlling, very ego driven, might be manipulative, uh, might use their charm in order to get to what they want, their charisma in some kind of way. Um, yeah, it's kind of a tyrannic energy, right? So you have seen that. We have the King of Cups here. So this is why you took distance, because you understood that you were dealing here with somebody who was truly karmic. And I truly feel that they were trying to control you. But I feel with this King of Cups, it's not your first rodeo in life, right? You don't just become, you are not born a King of Cups, right? Yeah. If you ask me, we might be born as a King of Cups, but life often brings us back to being a Page of Cups, and then we elevate to the King of Cups. You have some kind of pattern recognition, right? Wisdom, awareness, self-awareness, right? You understood that you were dealing with somebody toxic here. Is there anything else here about the separation that we should be aware of? Tell me. Oh, it's interesting. I'm just paying attention. What's written on the card is sometimes separation is necessary to create room for reflection, healing, and clarity. It's exactly what I said, right? The fact that you took distance, you closed this cycle, this allowed this person, they didn't detach, they stayed connected to your energy, and this is what allowed them from a distance to hear you, while when you were close to them, I kind of feel that what you were dealing with was their ego, right? Their defense mechanism. But once they lost you, you were not there anymore. There was this space in between that allowed them to read you differently, understand you differently, something like that, right? Because their ego might not have been in this immediate reaction, right? The star in reverse, yeah. You understood here that you were dealing with a person that had no direction. And it kind of feels that with the star in reverse, you might have felt that whatever inspiration you were trying to give them, there was too much resistance. They were not getting into alignment, they were fighting against you. Yeah, okay. Let's see here. The spiritual path. What are we getting here about the spiritual path? It's a 38, which is an 11, which is the Justice card. Spiritual path. The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, the lack of plan, the lack of direction. Whatever strategic way they were operating from, it didn't work, right? You might be at the end of the day the first person that they didn't succeed to have some kind of control over. Maybe you were able to see above the mask. Maybe because you are in this King of Cups energy, you didn't tolerate some kind of behavior that maybe in the past people were tolerating, right? Yeah, there is here something. With the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, there is this energy of being stagnant, right? Which for me reflects to what I felt here right? With the person that you take distance, but they are still connected, and in this stagnant energy, they are observing, and they are finally able to see, hear differently, right? There is also here something about being inflexible, being too cautious with this Knight of Pentacles. So I kind of feel the ego wound, right? That was agitated all the time when you might have been trying to put them in alignment or bring to them some kind of awareness, wisdom, whatever it may be here. But whatever it is, like the strategy that usually worked for them in their life, it kind of feel that it doesn't work anymore, right? We have the King of Pentacles here. Very interesting. This is a very, very positive energy. This is stability. This is somebody that is on facts, on logic, right? I somehow feel that it's related to what they could hear or see once you were not there anymore. I kind of feel that when you were in their presence, there was some kind of agitation of the ego, some kind of discomfort. And when you were not there anymore, they were in the comfort of their own space, not being triggered by you, even though you might not have want to trigger them especially, but I kind of feel that they were triggered by you. And then suddenly, because they were not triggered anymore the same way, they could hear and see things differently. Let's see here, the King of Pentacles. If there is anything else that I'm getting here with this King of Pentacles. Yeah, I just got a download. The download that I got, and it's interesting because I received the Five of Wands. The download that I got, it is that I kind of feel that this person, because you are somebody spiritual, they thought that you were delusional. And I kind of feel that they understood through you that you can be somebody spiritual and at the same time be somebody very, very logical. I kind of feel that many people that are not spiritual at all, they may think that if you believe in God, then you are a dreamer and then you are like a weirdo or whatever, right? And I kind of feel that through you, they realize that in fact, those two things are not opposite. You can totally be a spiritual being and still be logical, right? Maybe they thought that because you were spiritual, if you had some kind of dream in your life, you wouldn't work for it, right? Because I am manifesting, I'm demanding to the highest, and the highest will provide, and I don't have to do anything, which is not the case, right? The manifestation is strong and helpful if you envision what you want and you are working towards it. It's not magic, right? The magic is in the ability to be able to project yourself in something that you want. There is the magic. But people who are just, thinking, yeah, but I kind of feel that this is what this person thought. I'm manifesting something, I'm projecting some kind of movie to the universe, and the universe will provide. And I kind of feel that this person observing you from afar, what they realized, in fact, it is that you are spiritual, and at the same time, you might be maybe the most stable and logical person that they have ever met. We are here with the King, right? So the Five of Wands came out like this, which is very interesting because the Five of Wands, we are talking about competition, we are talking about conflict, one against the other, right? And I received this information, and at the same time, the Five of Wands is coming like this, right? So I'm turning it clockwise. So there is no conflict with those two ideas. You can be very, very spiritual, right? And still be totally logical, right? Yes, I believe in a higher plan. I believe in a deeper connection. I feel connected to the highest, my ancestors, my guides, whatever it may be, but it doesn't mean that I am not living a earthy, a concrete life and working according to the rules of concrete life. Right? It kind of feels that, yeah, we are talking about someone here that had some kind of weird idea, but it's a generalized idea, I kind of feel, about spirituality, right? 1 second, because I kind of feel that the gardener is here again. So let's close. One second, because there is another window here that's open. Okay. So yeah, if you didn't understand yet, I like to live with open windows. Ah la la. And I didn't think that 2 days in a row the gardener would be here. So, yeah, spiritual path. Anything more here about the spiritual path? Yeah, the King of Swords in reverse. They truly had some kind of idea regarding spirituality, that they were totally wrong about it. They were very judgmental. There is here something about being very rigid, dogmatic at the end of the day, you know? There is here something dogmatic, which is crazy, because they thought that you were, maybe, because you are spiritual, right? Very interesting. Yeah, okay. Let's see here. I feel the need to shuffle. Accountability. I kind of also feel that the accountability might be related to you realizing that you might be very accountable in your life. Let's see the accountability. The Two of Wands in reverse. The Eight of Swords in reverse. And the Five of Wands. It kind of feels that this person thought that you had no direction in your life, right? And it kind of feels that now they realize, in fact, that they had no direction at the end of the day, right? Yeah, it kind of feels that we are talking here about someone who was very judgmental of you, and it is because of your spiritual beliefs. And the crazy part, you know, we might even be talking about someone who is going to the temple, going to church, going to whatever, right? But they were judging you in some kind of way, because they might have been going more for the community, for being part, for their image, for all those kind of things, right? While you might be not religious, for example, and be spiritual, right? If you're a woman, chances are that this person thought that you were a witch or something like that, right? I'm saying if you are a woman because I don't feel that about men we are saying that they are witches. It's kind of an attribute, a gender-related attribute, right? So yeah, they thought that you had no direction in your life because of your spirituality, but they have awakened. They have awakened to the fact that it's not true. I kind of feel that they thought that you were delusional. I want to understand here the Five of Wands that came out. The Five of Wands. The Ten of Swords. In reverse. Ooh, the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, it kind of feels, you know, that they might have been afraid of the judgment of their family or their environment or something like that. Yeah, we might be truly talking about someone who is you know, or they are going to some kind of temple, church, whatever, whatever, or they might be totally against religion. Totally against, right? Because they had some kind of judgment. And I kind of feel that they might have put you in a certain kind of box. While at the end of the day, let's be honest, if you are spiritual, you might be different than most people. Because a lot of people, they are religious. And there is a difference here, right? Because when you are spiritual, you are directly connected to the highest, your higher self. It is something very, the word that's coming to me, but I don't think that is the right word. It is individual, but it's more like a straight relationship between you and your higher self or the highest or whatever, right? While religion, it's something else. There is something about it's not a direct access to, like there is a middleman, right? The middleman is either the books or a priest, imam, whatever, right? A rabbi. Yeah, so it truly feels like, you know, it might be somebody who has inherited some kind of beliefs about spiritual people. Okay. Tell me something more here about this accountability. Yeah, you see, they were blinded about something. They were blinded about something, and I kind of feel that they thought that you were blinded. That you were you know, I truly feel that we are talking about someone that because of your spirituality, they put you in a certain box. That doesn't align with you at all, because I truly feel that the shocking element here for them, it is this King of Pentacles. The fact that you are still stable, logical, right? I kind of feel that this is their biggest surprise. This is the biggest slap in their face, right? Because it's there that they realize how judgmental they are, how dogmatic they are, right? Okay, tell me here the malicious intent. Four of Swords in reverse, the Two of Cups, the Fool. Yeah, listen, there is here some kind of agitation now. I kind of feel that it is because they were blind to some kind of truth. They didn't want to see something. You know, I kind of feel that it's somebody that at the end of the day, right, uh, they had it somehow comfortable to be able to attack you on the spiritual ground, because they might be totally unaware of that, but they are trying to protect their heart space. We might be talking about somebody who is very much hurt by the past, very much wounded, and so they are coming here from a place of protection, and the protection is coming out as seeing red flags all over, right? Everything is a red flag. And so it was your spirituality. They decided that if you have this kind of connection with the highest, or with your guides, your ancestors, whatever it may be, that it means that you are mentally unstable, you're a dreamer, you are not hardworking, something like that. But I kind of feel that at the end of the day, it was just one way to protect themselves, right? So the fourth swords here, yeah, they are agitated. They are agitated. They didn't think, they didn't take the time to think about why they were thinking whatever they were thinking. And now that there is this distance, that you took distance, that they are seeing you now in a much more objective light, right? Kind of feel very, very surprised. Seeing you in this energy of the King of Pentacles, I kind of feel that it is very, very surprising to them, right? The Two of Cups. Yeah, there is here something now about them seeing you totally different. Because before they thought that you were very, very, very different because of this thing of spirituality or beliefs, whatever, right? And now it kind of feels that they realize with the Two of Cups, we are talking about people who are seeing things from the same, they are in alignment, there is some kind of understanding. So I kind of feel now that they realize that they created a gap in thinking that you were so different, when in fact everybody's different, right? Yeah, we have the Fool here. They want a new beginning. They want to take a leap of faith. So it might be related to you. It might be related to them now connecting to their own spirituality, to their own faith. Tell me here something more. The Queen of Pentacles. You see, with the malicious intent here, I truly feel, as I said, if you are feminine, they thought that you were a dark witch. And I kind of feel that I might be talking to a feminine here, right? Because I'm trying to think, right? If you are masculine, what would be the no, I don't feel that it fits. I kind of feel that it fits more to you being a feminine and they being a masculine or a feminine, right? But I kind of feel that you are a feminine here. I'm talking to a feminine here. This is what I feel. Yeah, and I kind of feel that they thought that you had some kind of malicious intent. They were very judgmental. Very judgmental. Yeah, we have the Queen of Pentacles here. So not only you are in this energy of the King of Pentacles, being very stable, making objective decisions based on facts. You are also very caring. You know how to take care of yourself, taking care of your house, taking care of people around you, working on your abundance from a loving place, from a comforting place. And I kind of feel now that they feel that, right? I kind of truly feel that somebody puts on very negative glasses towards you, jumping on the fact that you might be spiritual, seeing you in the worst light possible, while look that at the end of the day, the image here is showing an earth angel, right? And they saw you as some kind of witch. You might be attractive, right? And so they painted you as someone who will use their charm in order to manipulate people in some kind of way. Okay, let's go to closure. Let's go to closure. Tell me, closure. They see the truth now. They know that, yeah, listen. They know now, right, that you are very, very clear-minded. You are not some kind of cray-cray, delusional, dark entity. You are not. With the Queen of Swords, we are talking here about somebody, as said, very clear-minded, but also somebody fair. Very, very fair. Justice is very, very important. Yeah, we have the Six of Swords in reverse here. Taking me back to the Eight of Cups here. Yeah, they are thinking a lot about you. They are thinking a lot about you. They are thinking a lot about the way that they misjudged you. They misjudge you. Yeah, it's somebody here who treated you as if you were the devil when they were dealing with the Earth Angel. Yeah, is there something else here? Yeah, they were trying to be in control, and they saw you as a karmic feminine. Yeah, now they see you totally differently. Yeah, with the Death card we are talking about transformation. They see you totally differently. And I kind of feel that they see themselves very differently. The Magician in reverse. They were in their lacks, in their lack of power, lack of belief, self-belief, manipulation. Yeah, look, the Judgment in reverse. Totally misjudge you. Totally misjudge you. Totally misjudge your energy. You know, you might be in self-love, self-care, self-worth, self-respect, but from a very quiet place, because you might be connected to the highest, to your higher self. Kind of feel that they took it as something that it's not. Yeah. So listen, I will leave it here. I hope that it was helpful, insightful, healing, maybe just entertaining. I'll see you in the comments. Until very, very soon. Bye.